I'm
caster.
so sad to this, yes, because Michele or Alessandro is out. It will out of the game. Yes, I'm so sad for this.
And Erica, both players playing Amber and Emerald.
It's a mirror match.
Do you know if these players are friends? Were they likely to prep together?
No, I don't know this player, but I know. Oh, sorry. I know Alessandro Danesi.
Yeah.
Yes,
Amazing.
It's my friend. Yes, because it's a player of community in Rome.
Amazing.
Yes, and
It's going to be
I
Pluto.
know the Alessandro deck.
Yeah, okay. So Michele starts things off with that Pluto. This is a card which I think not many people expected to be in the top 32 of a Disney Lorcana challenge. But it's a really interesting card in this Amber and Emerald deck.
Yes.
Of course, you can quest for one, or you can exert the Pluto to pay 1 ink less for the next character you play. Ursula inked. That is a very high up inkwell. Okay, I'm not sure. There we go. Thank goodness for that, Erica. I wasn't quite ready to see the ink and the Aurora the other way
but
round.
we have Aurora in the board. Yeah.
I think there was already many people in Twitch chat typing out in their disappointment, so thank goodness for that.
Lily.
Wow.
Another Lily and another Lily. Oh my God.
So lady is Lily in Italian, is that right?
Lily is an Italian,
So
yes.
it's Lily, and what's Tramp called?
Trump is Biagio.
So it's Lily and Biado.
Lily and Biagio. And the name of the film is Lily e il Vagabondo.
And what does that mean?
Yes.
Lady and the Tramp?
Yes.
Amazing. So cool. But look at the Pluto value. Pluto just setting up this really wide board of triple
Ursula.
1-drop.
Ursula to see the player hand.
And there's not many cards to see. There's the Floodborn Lady, which is a shift 3, and there is a Merryweather as well. Of course, this lady is very strong because when you play it, you can return 2 character cards of cost 2 or less from your discard to your hand.
What do you think about the dog deck?
It's fascinating.
Yes.
I think it's the underdog coming into the weekend, pun intended, but it's looking really good. It was actually my prediction to win the tournament at the start of the weekend.
And for you, have a possibility to win the tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course.
I think it's just a deck which a lot of very good players have been saying very good things about in the last week or two. I expected it to be the 5th most represented deck, and it was. But it's done really, really well. Despite being the fifth most represented deck, as we can see, there's at least 2 of them have made the top cut, but I'm sure there's quite a few more out there. There's a lot of these decks on the top tables when I was roaming around earlier on.
Another Pluto.
Yeah, and it is an awkward hand, but
and
look at that.
Quest with all to gain.
Yeah, questing for 4, not
lore.
inking this turn. Alessandro knows exactly what is in Michele's hand. Now, what Michele is inviting Alessandro to do, saying, okay, you can challenge my characters. However, if you challenge my characters, you will put cards in my discard, and that allows me to return them to hand with my lady. So many cards in hand for Alessandro. Importantly, I see an Under the Sea in there. I also see a Tiana, so some nice Aurora and Tiana synergy for Alessandro. Looks like we might have slightly different interpretations of these decks.
Do you think that this is the moment, the right moment for Tiana?
Good question.
Yes.
Possibly not, but
yes, because I don't know.
The mirrors are tricky, right? Like, what do you, if you don't play Tiana, because she only costs 2 right now if you quest with Aurora, what would you actually play? Right now, Michele's board is only questing for 5, even though there's so many characters. I mean, 5 is still a lot, I have to say, but the problem is for Alessandro, if you challenge this Pluto, you're not gaining any lore yourself, and the Pluto is going to be coming back very quickly because of that lady shift. Alessandro, remember, knows exactly what is in Michele's hand. It's that 1-cost Merryweather and that 5-cost Floodborn Lady.
I saw a hand that taken the rule.
We're using a pen instead to mark the hands. Alessandro just considering their options. Again, 70 minutes on the clock in this top cut, so all the time to spend and take things slow.
Draw and discard a card. discard the Lilo. Yeah.
Lilo into the discard. Of course, Lilo can be played from the discard at the start of your turn. You have to spend 2 ink to do so, and she will come into play exerted. And crucially, you have to make that decision during the set stage. It's ready, set. That's when you have to decide on Lilo, draw. So it's always very difficult to decide. I always forget about my Lilo in my discard, Erica. I've seen some players like Zan Syed yesterday actually turning their Lilo sideways in their discard so they don't forget. I also saw Zan actually yesterday putting a little counter on top of his deck. So before he draws to start the turn, reminds themselves to check for the Lilo. Improvise into the ink. Lady on the board.
So many lady on the board.
Yeah. 5 character cards in play for Michele. No characters in the discard, though, so the lady wouldn't do too much. A tramp right now could be a significant amount of lore. Merryweather comes through. It's going to give extra... Double Merryweather! Double Merryweather.
It's so...
So Merryweather is a 1-cost character, but when you play this character, you may pay, I believe it's an additional 1 ink to give +2 strength to one of your characters. So one of these... With the Pluto, what I think just happened here, I'm pretty sure a Pluto quested, a Pluto triggered its ability, so one of the Merryweathers was played for free, and then 1 ink was, maybe both, okay, there's only 2 ink. So both Plutos activated their ability, okay?
Okay.
So both Merryweathers cost 0. Michele has then paid 1 ink for each Merryweather and buffed up each lady. So these ladies quested for 3. Pluto's quested for 0. So Michele's gone from 11 lore up to 11 lore, only 2 ink. I believe that's what happened, Erica. Please let me know in the chat if I'm mistaken.
No.
Let me know in the chat if I'm mistaken. That would make the most sense to me. The Pluto abilities and then the double Merryweather buff.
Oh.
It's going to be Tiana discarded from the Bobby.
Into the discard.
Yeah, Merryweather's such a fascinating card with these ladies, just being able to buff them up and get extra lore. But of course, Merryweather, very similar to the Merlin Crab, just giving extra strength. We know how strong it is. And speaking of strong, this is a 7-cost character, Erica, and it only costs 2 ink.
Yes.
The Tramp.
This is a hard decision.
Street
to Alessandro.
Smart dog.
Go, Alessandro.
So Tramp draws 5 cards, but then Alessandro's going to have to still discard 5 as well. So the Tramp is a really good way of filtering the hand and finding exactly what you need. And that 7 cost is particularly significant, Erica, because it's really good at singing Under the Sea.
This is the... Oh, yes.
And this is why some people call this deck the Sea Dog deck. Called the Sea Dog deck by some people in the community because it plays dogs and it plays under the sea. It's a good name.
Under the dog.
Yeah, under the dog. I like it.
Under the dog, yes.
So Alessandro just considering to challenge or not. Of course, they know 1 card in hand from Michele. They knew that there was a Merryweather. They knew there was a Floodborn Lady from this Ursula Deceiver that they played. They don't know one of the cards, but they are certain that Floodborn Lady is still in hand as long as their memory allows it. My memory's not very good, Erica. It's one of my biggest weaknesses as a player, remembering all these things. And when you're in the top cut in open deck lists, there's even more to remember because you've got to remember exactly what cards are in your opponent's deck, how many copies of each, what's been inked. It's an incredibly difficult skill. It's very easy to underestimate.
I saw an incredible face.
Yeah.
But, okay. Pluto into the discard. And now Alessandro have a difficult decision, but it's so hard moment to him.
Aurora is going to quest for 1. That means the next princess or queen will cost less, but there's nothing forthcoming. Both Plutos are down, but that means that the lady if there is ink off the top found, and there is Aurora inked.
I saw another lady.
Yeah.
Lady and Lily.
Yeah. So Michele, that actually might have been the last card in hand, the lady. So I think I was mistaken in the previous about the cards in hand. It is only the 2 Plutos now for Michele. 2 cards in hand for Michele. They're both Pluto. Ladies are only questing for 1. Merryweather only questing for 1. So a total of 4 lore can be quested for, up to 15 right now. Michele might just want to wait here, because if they can find a 1-cost character off the top, Erica, they play Pluto, lady gains 1 strength. They play another Pluto, lady gains 1 strength. If they can find that 3rd 1-cost character off the top of their deck, suddenly those ladies will quest for 3,
and
but Michele decides they're not going to go for that.
Quest with all characters.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, I
So-
forgot for a moment there, Erica, that this lady was shifted, so it could, of course, quest immediately up to 17.
Oh.
Are we going to see it? Under the sea. Amazing.
Under the sea.
It's not quite
Easier.
being prepared,
Yes.
but it's doing a good job. That was a low commitment
Yes,
under the
but
sea from me.
lady in the Michele board, quest for 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Under the sea does the business. But yeah, lady is still there. And that double Pluto still in Michele's hand. Also, Go-Go to Margot is often a card you're going to be seeing in these decks. Lady will be challenged by 3 of the characters from Alessandro. Hopefully we can get those character cards of Alessandro moved into the center, just like that. It's like magic.
Whoa.
Pluto, Pluto.
Pluto and and Alessandro.
I didn't catch the last card in Michele's hand just yet. But of course, these Plutos can quest up to 19. Tramp is going to sing another Under the Sea.
Under the Sea.
Bye-bye,
Yes.
Pluto. And it's a big quest here. The Lilo quests. The other character also questing. In comes a lady now. Only questing for 1. Michele still with that 1 card in hand. I wonder what it might be. Maybe it's another lady. Could be a shift lady up to 9.
Quest.
Alessandro closes the gap, Erica.
Yes. Quest for...
A lot.
Quest for 7, I think, yes.
Yeah, and now Alessandro
And-
has the story on board, Erica.
No, quest for 6. Sorry. And
10
yes,
lore on the board for Alessandro.
Yes, gain 11 lore.
And Alessandro only needs 9 to win, so Michele has to remove 3 lore from the board. That's a Lilo and another character. Michele showing the card in hand, which might suggest that is going to be it. The double Under the
Alessandro-
Sea was the
yes.
difference.
Alessandro changed the situation. Now another Lilo. Oh.
Lady quest up to 19, but it's not enough. Alessandro takes game number 1, Erica.
Oh. Wow. A so incredible match.
Yeah, that double Under the Sea made all the difference. Really, really fascinating. I really loved the decision-making from both players. Like, I thought there was a moment where maybe the player that lost this one, Michele, might just not quest with the ladies, but of course they anticipated the Under the Sea.
Yes.
And it was very, very close indeed. I think just a couple of different top decks on either side being different could have changed things entirely. So we're going to go on to game number 2 in this mirror. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Game number 2 in this mirror. We're going to be seeing the same side of the coin, same side of the die roll for each players, with Michele going first. We didn't see much ink in the inkwell from either player, did we? Keeping low to the floor, playing lots of characters. And I'm really excited. I haven't really seen many Emerald Amber mirror matchups.
Yes. And do you believe that we will see so many mirror Amber Emerald?
I can't imagine there'll be that many.
Okay.
But if it does really well, then the better it does, the more mirrors we'll see. So it will be very interesting to see how this deck does as we go on throughout the top cut. We've seen some really amazing decks today, like Ruby Amethyst, like Sapphire Steel.
Yes.
We saw Amber Ruby yesterday. We saw Emerald Amethyst. So many unorthodox decks. Emerald Steel, we of course saw already,
I
making
think
it
that
into
I
the top
will
16.
see. Yes, I think that I will see Amber Steel, for example.
Yep.
Yes.
Merryweather into the ink. It's Pluto on the board. And the ink is upside down again for Alessandro. What is happening?
This is Gianni Caro.
Giannicaro.
Gianni.
Giannicaro.
Giannicaro, yes.
Okay, the lady is in play and the ink is above the lady. I already know that many people are pulling their hair out watching this. But I suppose as long as both players are aware of exactly what the inkwell is and exactly what it's not, there's no problems here. Turn 2 for Alessandro.
Yes.
Of course, ink can go up to 2.
Alessandro, take a moment because take a time. It's so important have a time to think about the next step.
Yeah.
And yes, because this is so important. One of these 2 players going to the top 16 after this match. And
Yep.
yes, and so it's so insane.
Oh, absolutely. The stakes are high. I remember playing for that Elsa player map. We're going to see improvise inked Daisy Duck down on the board. And the Tramp giving that extra strength to Lady, now questing for 3. And turning on the heat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alessandro.
Thank you very much to our judge there at the table.
I don't understand the
for swapping
situation
those
on the
round.
table and why the ink is on top.
Some players do like to do it that way round. But it's good for the viewers at home and for us casters to have it as we're used to seeing it.
Gago Tomato into the ink for Michele and play Tiana. Tiana is here, and this is the first. Yes, this is the first Tiana that Michele and Alessandro play. Yes.
Yeah, Tiana comes down. Really nice synergy with Tiana and Jim Deere, that 0-4 bodyguard. Of course, Tiana can be challenged if you pay, but you have to pay ink if you don't want to lose that strength. So often what players will do against Tiana, they'll develop something like a giant cobra, they'll wait a turn, and then they'll just pay the 3 ink and challenge Tiana. But with that Jim Deere in the way, you have to get through Jim Deere first, so it's not so simple in that situation. So I love the Jim Deere and the Tiana synergy. Alessandro, it's their 3rd turn. They're ready to go up to 3 ink.
It's a hard decision.
Yeah, slow-paced game at the moment, but it's going to be exploding before we know it, I'm sure. Lady and the Tramp down on the board for Alessandro and for Michele. 3 amber cards. Alessandro, the player going second, but is in the lead, 3-0. But that Tiana can start running away with things quite quickly, although it is a very tempting target for Under the Sea, of course.
Okay, 1 Lila into the ink for 1 Tiana. Yes.
Yep, Tiana comes through for Alessandro. We have to start thinking about the sing-together potential of each player's board. Tiana, Jim Deere, and Pluto, that 3-2-1 is, of course, a total of 6. On
And
the other side,
yes,
Alessandro.
Quest for 1 with Tramp. And
Alessandro has Singer 7, Sing Together 7 available. So Under the Sea, not a threat for either player unless we see a Floodborn Lady or the Tramp shift from Alessandro. That could change things.
Did you see Under the Sea in the Alessandro
I haven't
hand?
seen it.
Okay.
It might be there, though. I'm not so sure. We see the Tramp come through for Michele.
Yes, because I can see the hand of Alessandro for the moment.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing about Tramp here is you draw a bunch of cards, then you have to discard the same amount, but you're allowed to, of course, keep exactly what you want, filtering through your deck, finding the best cards that you possibly can. That's another reason to play that 60-card mark. The minimum amount of cards you can play in Disney Lorcana TCG is 60, and we see many of the top players sticking to that 60 mark because it gives you more consistency, and a card like Tramp just provides even more of that consistency.
And Quest for free.
Yeah, and now that Tiana is exerted, Erica, that's going to be a problem for Alessandro.
Yes, this is a strong problem for Alessandro, of course. Tiana is a good character, and this is a princess that changed the game in this meta.
Yep. And Michele with the tramp down on the board. That 7-cost tramp is a prime target to sing together Under the Sea. Whoever gets that Under the Sea through first might have the advantage.
I don't see Under the Sea in the Alessandro hand.
Good spotting.
It's sure.
They could potentially find it with their own tramp. Alessandro just, in this position, you sort of have to say, okay, my opponent probably has Under the Sea in hand right now. I've got 2 options. Option 1 is I play around Under the Sea. Option 2 is if you decide that option 1 is not a real option and that you will always lose if you play around Under the Sea, is play to win and just say, okay, if my opponent, Michele, has Under the Sea in hand right now, I lose the game. So, therefore, I will play and hope that they don't have it. And if they don't have it, I might be able to get a win.
Okay.
Tramp comes through. 4 cards
Tramp
drawn.
is here.
4 must be discarded. It's Lilo.
Yes.
There's 1.
Trump is here to help Alessandro.
Jim Deere 2. 2 more cards to be discarded. It's Daisy Duck.
Daisy Duck into the discard. And Aurora into the discard.
Bobby
into the ink. And, I think
it's the tramp. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra strength. An abundance of characters were played this turn. So Lady actually able to take out the Jim Deere. The Tiana. Has it been forgot about here for just a second?
Yes.
Gonna quest instead.
But it's normal because our player are so tired after 2 days of incredible and it's so important tournament. It's so normal.
Bobby comes through.
Yes.
Great sportsmanship on display there from Michele as well to just remind their opponent about that Tiana.
Trump
Really big respect to Michele for great sportsmanship there. I think in theory you could argue, Erica, that once those challenges have been announced, that they have to go through, but Michele showing great sportsman-like conduct there. Really good to see on such a big stage. Michele doesn't seem like they have the Under the Sea just yet, but they're digging for it even deeper with these tramps. And really, this matchup, it does feel like, Erica, who can get the Under the Sea off first. And I talked about Alessandro, right? Like, maybe in the last turn.
But I don't see Under the Sea.
Yeah, and that's it, right? Maybe in the last turn, Alessandro, they could have tried to play around Under the Sea, right?
Yes.
And probably lost anyway. That was the decision, I think, that Alessandro came to. And they just decided, okay, if you have Under the Sea, I'm going to lose. But maybe you don't.
What do you think about the situation of the game? Alessandro can win the match, or Michele have more probability to win?
I think whoever finds that Under the Sea first, Erica, is going to win.
Yes.
However, if neither player finds Under the Sea soon, Alessandro is in the lead in terms of lore. 7 lore to 3. Remember, Michele went first. Of course, Michele could quest very wide here, turning up the heat. Lady's going to quest for 2 as there is a tramp in play. So that is a quest for 7. 2 on tramp, 2 on lady. There it is!
Oh, we have Under the Sea!
Alessandro, out of nowhere, finds Under the Sea. And that is going to be absolutely devastating.
Yes, Under the Sea on the top of Alessandro deck. It's so incredible.
And Alessandro, they played to their outs. There's the immediate scoop. That's the game.
Woo!
Michele taken down 2 games to 0 while being on the play.
We called Under the Sea to Alessandro hand, yes.
That was unbelievable.